Now that we are in SkySlope, we are going to do a one-time profile setup. So this is something we need to do first off in order to use this tool, but it's something we only need to do once. So we're going to come up to our name in the upper right and select My Account. Here we have our personal information. So we're going to go through. Our email will be our Allen T email. We'll fill out our phone number, street number, and this is all for internal purposes for this profile. So we're going to just fill this out. Allow transaction coordinator access. This will be defaulted to on. And then over here, there's an alternate email that we can put in, which means all of the notification emails can also go to someone else, everything except the DigiSign notifications. So we can put someone in there if we want someone else get notifications for our different transactions. Also, please note up to the top right, there is an email. So this is an email where you can basically Dropbox any forms or files that you want to just keep in your SkySlope account, and that's going to go under working documents. We can then select save, and we're going to move over to notifications. So under notifications, we can see listing and transactions are basically the same, but for the sell side and buy side. So when we are in this, we can see if I toggle this on, I can choose how many days I want to get an email before a listing expires or before a transaction is set to close. So I can do that. And then the other emails I can get is if a listing or transaction passes its expiration or closing date, if that expiration or closing date changes, and then if the price changes. And so those are the different notifications I can get for listings and transactions. And then over here, we have task email notification. So if I am using the task feature in SkySlope, I can choose different emails for what I want to get. And then I can save down here. And now we want to make sure that we set up our email signature for any emails that are going out from SkySlope. So I can just type it in and we can see there's the link button and similar functions of setting up an email. But honestly, I would just go into your Allen Tate email, copy your email signature, and then just paste it in here and save. Makes it easier for you. The change password, directory, and integrations are not really something that we need to worry about at this point in time, but we can change our password here if we want to. So now that we have that set up, we're going to go into forms. If this is the first time you're going into forms, I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. This will pop up asking you to select the regions that you serve. If you are in multiple regions, I could put North Carolina and South Carolina if I wanted by just selecting add another location. Then I'll select next. And then it's going to give me some available associations in my area that it is recommending I add. So these are my forms libraries. I want to go through, click add on all of these, and then I would select next. Then in order to be connected to these form libraries, I need to put my NERDS ID in here. So I can fill this out. If I'm not sure, I can look up my NERDS ID right here. Or I can even select to do this later, but you will not see any forms libraries until your NERDS ID is in here. So once we go through this, and maybe we didn't fill anything out, I'm going to show you where we can get set up in our forms dashboard. So this is the forms dashboard. I'm going to go up to training agent and select user profile. So this information needs to be the same as your license information. This is what forms are going to use. So fill this out. Again, this is a one-time setup that we're doing. Put in your name according to your license phone number, put in your agent license number and your agent MLS code. Again, we can put in what regions we serve. If we then, started maybe serving South Carolina as well. And then our brokerage information down here. Our brokerage license number is C30590, just so that you have that there, and click Save. Now we're going to move over to our associations. So when we are in associations, if I did not put in my NERDS ID and actually get connected with those associations, I need to come in here and I'll type in one that I want to receive that forms library, select add, and here is where, now that I didn't have my NERDS ID at the time, I can go get my NERDS ID and I can type it in here and it will connect me to that association. So if you didn't go through and put your NERDS ID in right away, I can now go in there and put it in by going to associations and trying to sign up for some. And there you have it. That is walking through your one-time profile setup for SkySlope and forms. Thank you.